So, as promised, I have your project. Okay. We are going to pair up today for those people who are absent. It's going to be on your responsibility to find a partner, um, and develop your start working on your project. Remember, next week we are not meeting in class. That's why I wanted to get your project to you today, so you have time next week to work on it outside of class. Okay. Um, I hope you're excited about it. I'm excited about it. And like I said, I mentioned before, I'm only going to put you in groups of two. Okay. So hopefully the person that you are partnered with, that you are hopefully able to work with. If there's someone who's absent today that you would like to be a partner with, that's fine with me as well. Okay. Um, I'm going to go ahead and pause the recording for a moment and then I will. All right. So I am actually really kind of excited for this project. Like I said, we are going to do presentations. Okay. Your presentation is going to be about 8 to 10 minutes long. Okay. Um, with your presentation, your project is you and your partner or partners, if you have a group of three, you and your partner, your group, are going to come up with the next big idea, the next big hospitality idea. Okay? So, you are going to create a business. Okay? You're going to create a concept for a business that combines two of our hospitality segments. Okay? So, your business has to have at least two of our hospitality segments. Okay? Um, these are our outcomes, our learning outcomes for the class. Okay. Identifying the segments and the career opportunities, discuss current issues, and discuss the impact of customer service. Okay. So you're going to create a presentation with these different segments of your presentation. So your business name and concept. Which hospitality segments are you going to combine? Okay, so we have lodging, food and beverage. So it could be a hotel with a restaurant. It could be a theme park with food and beverage. It could be a theme park with a hotel. It could be transportation in some way with lodging or transportation with food and beverage. Okay, get creative. Be as creative as you want to. Okay, this is the next big thing in hospitality. And then you're going to identify who your target market is. What type of customers are you going to be providing your service to? Okay, who are your ideal customers? Questions about the concept and the segments. Okay, I challenge you to be like super creative. Okay, what's that? Yeah, I can scroll up. Okay, these learning outcomes are on your syllabus. They're also on your page in front of you. Um, so I challenge you to be as creative as possible. Okay? Pick an interest, something that maybe you think is like a cool idea, a new innovative idea. Okay? Uh, the next part is going to be creating your organizational structure. So understanding the career and like the different organizations or the different positions within an organization. So I'm going to recommend that you use Smart Art to do that organizational chart. So remember, if we go to Smart Art, you're going to be looking at this hierarchy. This hierarchy is going to allow you to create your organizational chart. Okay. It needs to have at least three levels. So executive, management, and frontline positions. Okay. And there needs to be at least two different departments because you have two different segments. Right? So you might have your food and beverage department and you might have your lodging department. Okay, so there's going to be two very distinct segments of your organizational chart. Any questions about your organizational chart? Remember, I'm just going to demonstrate this really quickly. Remember, when you start here, the top person is going to be obviously your general manager. Okay, and then you hit tab and it creates that second level. Okay, I'm just going to do very basic ones, manager one, manager two. Yours would be more specific. And then we come up here to manager one, we hit enter and then tab over, and that creates our third level. So who are the frontline positions under that manager? Okay. Um, so that's how you work that. Let me delete this. Okay. Then for the I'd like you to identify key roles within that organization, like maybe it's general manager, maybe it's manager, whoever. And I want you to determine what that career pathway is for that individual. What is the career pathway? How does that person manage and navigate their career to get to a general manager position or a manager's position? Okay. Section number 3, which refers to our learning outcome number 2, the key challenges and solutions. So you're going to identify 2 current challenges in the hospitality industry. Okay. Um, and then you're going to propose a solution for each one of those. How does your business or how will your business address those issues? Okay. This does require critical thinking. Maybe it requires a little bit of research to figure out what industry issues that you really want to deal with. There are some examples here, but you don't have to choose these. You can choose other ones. Okay. And then the last section relates to our learning outcome number 3. That is the service experience, the customer experience. So, what is the single most aspect of customer service for your business? Okay. And then I want you to create a specific realistic scenario, okay, about maybe a time that service was not excellent. That we dropped the ball on a service, okay? And then how would you as a company or how would you as a manager suggest that your associates exercise service recovery? Okay, so what would they do to recover that? What is that 3-step process to recover the issue when we have issues with service? Okay, and then also you're gonna explain how your customer service approach will drive repeat business and positive online reviews. So what about your customer service perspective and how you approach customer service is going to lead to repeat business? Okay. Questions, comments, concerns? Yeah.
Concern. It's a very wicked grin you go with there.
No, I think it's a fantastic project. I mean, I have an idea of what thing I would do, but I don't want to tell you. Like I said, be super creative. Okay? I mean, think outside the box with this. Okay? So, I mean, yeah, anybody could say we're gonna open up um a safari themed hotel and we're going to have safari next door. That's an attraction. And that's attraction and lodging, right? That's kind of boring. It's been done, right? So, what is something that probably has never been done before? Get super creative, right? You have no budget. There's no budget that says you can only spend this amount of money on this company, this business. Get creative. Go wild, right? Um, so we have in our industry, of course, we have lodging, food and beverage. attractions, which would be theme parks, um, places like Natural Bridge Caverns, um, safaris, Legoland, aquariums. Okay, those are all different types of attractions. Um, transportation. What am I missing? Transportation, attractions, food and beverage, lodging, and I feel like there's a fifth one. What's that? Recreation. Recreation is kind of in line with attractions. Maybe I'm not missing one. Travel and tourism. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So, for the remainder of our class time, for the next 30 minutes, I'm gonna give you a chance to do some brainstorming. Okay. Um, next week. Oh, I don't think I published it. Let me look. Um, nope, I did not. Okay. So due on Monday the 10th. Okay. Due on Monday the 10th is your answers to number one of your project. Okay. The business name and concept, the two major segments that you're going to combine, and then who is your target market. So those three things I want to know by November 10th that you have those three things done. You can combine more than two. Absolutely. I'd be okay with that. All right. But that means your organizational chart's going to be more than three departments, right? More than two. Okay. So just keep in mind as we go through the project that each partner or each group member is going to submit their own assignment. It's going to be identical to everybody's, but each person's going to submit their own. So I can put a grade in the grade book. Okay. We are going to present these. How many groups do we have? One, two, three. Are y'all one group? Okay, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, plus at least 2 from the absent students. That's 12 groups. If each group is 10 minutes, that's 120 minutes. That's 2 hours, which means we're going to need at least 2 class periods. So we are going to be presenting these on the 17th and the 19th. Okay. No, I take that back. Just kidding. Because we're not doing a final exam for this class. So we will be presenting these on Monday, the 1st of December and Wednesday, the 3rd of December. Okay. So, sorry. I don't mean you guys take a deep breath. Okay. I don't mean to stress you out. So the 1st of December and the 3rd of December. Okay. Everyone's project will be due on the 1st of December. Okay. It's just some people might present on the 2nd. Okay. Um, when did I say our final exam date is? Did I say? Whether it was the 8th or the 10th? Do we remember? Let's double check. The 10th? Okay. So then how about this? Um let's do our presentations then on the 3rd and the 10th. You want to do the 3rd and the 10th, or you want to do the 1st and the 3rd? I'm open. If we do the 1st and the 3rd, let's do the 3rd and the 10th. Let's do the 3rd and the 10th, okay? Because on the 10th we have 2 hours, an hour and 50 minutes. So we'll do the 3rd and the 3rd, and then we'll anything that we don't get done on the 3rd, we'll do on the 10th. Okay? So we'll just be doing presentations on that day. There's no written final exam. Okay? Just presentations. 3rd and the 10th. So I'll make your final projects, all your presentations due on the 3rd. Okay? The 1st, the day after, the Monday after Thanksgiving, I'll probably just give you time in class to work with your partner. or your group to do any final edits and final things, updates, and then we'll present on the 3rd. Okay? Deal? Okay, so the 10th, I have your first portion due. Okay? Um, do you want me to create additional assignments as checkpoints along the way, or are you okay with just the 10th? So I know you have a concept, and then your presentation on the 3rd. Just the 10th and the presentation. You guys okay with that? Or do you need extra checkpoints along the way? Okay, I'm gonna trust that you guys are gonna be doing things that you're supposed to be doing. All right. So for the last part of class, I'm going to go ahead and have you work with your partner, start developing, start brainstorming. Okay. I look forward to seeing what projects you guys come up with.